So in my last two videos, I was talking a lot about the questions that we ask in litigation, very distinct from mediation, as you're going to finally hear in this video. And one of the things, just to, if you missed those first couple of videos, definitely go watch them. They'll be helpful. But also, if you missed them, I'll give you a quick shorthand on what those key distinctions are. It's that in litigation, the attorneys are trying to use the witnesses to tell a very, very specific story. So it's, if you've heard the term control the narrative, that's a lot of what we do in litigation, because we're trying to push certain stories. That's, as you might guess, a very different process from mediation. And that's one of the reasons I want you to understand what that's about, because I think mediation might be a viable option for you. I'm Nancy Schick of Third Year Conflict Resolution, where we take a holistic approach to resolving workplace disputes. So we use mediation and mediation techniques regularly in situations like employment, where the parties may need to work together again, or they may not work in the same workplace anymore, but they might end up in collaborating on different projects, for example, in the entertainment industry, in sport, in certain very specific industries, professions, etc. You'll see each other again, or if you're just in a small community. So we find that working through all of these is a much better process, so that you can see each other at the grocery store or wherever you might. So in mediation, those questions that we tend to ask are things that are more exploratory. They're non-adversarial, much different, because the mediator is there to facilitate the conversation and have you all ideally come to a mutually beneficial arrangement that resolves the conflict. So we're going to ask you questions like, let's go back to when you entered this relationship. What was it that you wanted to happen? You clearly got in this because you had some enthusiasm about working together. So let's talk about what was expected. And then maybe a little bit about what went wrong, but not so much that we're getting into the blame. What we're trying to do is move you then in to what is it you need now? And based on what you expected, could you still get it? And then once we say yes or no, you could still get it. Well, how might that look? Now, if this is starting to sound like a process that's a much better thing for you, and sounds like something you'd rather go through than that direct examination and cross-examination adversarial process, then click that button below and schedule a consultation with me. Be happy to see if this is the right process to resolve your conflict. And of course, in the meantime, keep listening with your third ear for those hurts you can heal.